This film was produced by a French documentary director between 1961 and 1962 during his visit to Iran. Harvard University improved the quality of the film in 2008. The film portrays different stages of the field activities of the team from Epidemiology Department of the Pasteur Institute of Iran. It is about the tragedy of the plague outbreak in the borders of Kurdistan and focuses on the Research Center for Imaging and Reimaging Infectious Diseases in Akinlu, Hamadan. In the Kurdistan border area, the campaign against plague. The research and field team of the Epidemiology Department of the Pasteur Institute of Iran in Kurdistan. Producer and director, Baroness Marie-Thérèse. 1947 saw a serious outbreak of plague in the village of Akbalak Morshed. The traditional doctor in the region, Hakimi, informed the Ministry of Health of the incident and asked for emergency help. Akbalak Morshed village is located in Bijar, Kurdistan province. It is south of Urmia Lake and 560 kilometers from Tehran. The traditional doctor talked to Dr. Baltazard, director of the Pasteur Institute of Iran, about his observations in connection with the deadly disease. It was winter and rather cold. Travel was impossible too because of the bumpy roads. By the time the first team from the Pasteur Institute of Iran arrived in the region to investigate the outbreak, more than 50 new graves had been added to the previous ones. Right from the beginning of the outbreak, the southern part of Urmia Lake was constantly monitored by teams from Pasteur Institute of Iran. They studied the plague, which had a 2,000-year history. The investigating team entered Hamadan, not far from Avicenna's town. This was a famous Iranian physician who contributed significantly to the world of medicine.
Les derniers achats faits au bazar, halte ultime à la pompe à essence.
In final step, the cars were filled with the gas and the group set out the village of Akbalak Morshed.
Rencontrant en chemin les paysans se rendant à la ville.
On the way to the region, villagers could be seen going to Hamadan to sell their products. In the Holy Book Bible, Hamadan is called Ekbatan and was used as a summer camp for Achaemenian kings because of its cool climate.
La douceur des vergers contraste avec la sévérité des hautes montagnes.
The traditional culture is still popular.
Les champs de
The
melons
vast watermelon farms provide sources of income for the local people.
comme aussi les champs de blé dans la plaine fertile, pied du mont Elvand.
Different types of agricultural products are harvested even at the edges of the deserts. In the spring, the land is covered with eye-catching wild plants. The wild tulip, which grows widely in this area, has also found its way to other parts of the world. Long hours of driving are required to reaching this wonderful and mysterious land, with its special topography and invincible fortress. Finally, the team from the Pasteur Institute of Iran arrive at Akanlu village, about 30 kilometers far away from Arblaq Morshed, and work began.
Aussitôt, le camp s'organise.
Various pieces of equipment, including the laboratory instruments, sleeping facilities, fragile stuff, as well as boxes containing hundreds of rodent traps, had to be repositioned in the proper locations. The laboratory and the team's living quarters were donated by Manucher Karagözlü, one of the landlords of Akinlu village. A stream provided water to wash dishes for use in the laboratory. the cars which had been garaged for a long time and needed servicing. The sky gradually turned dark, and at midnight it suddenly started to rain. The rain was so intense that the mud was washed from the walls and the lab roof.
Elle tombera avec une telle insistance que les murs de terre battus, mélangés de paille, en sont tout imprégnés. Pourtant, dès l'aube, le soleil luit à nouveau et les troupeaux partent à la recherche de pâturage.
In the morning, the land became dry again, and the villagers took their sheep to graze the fields. On the way, the group finds a rather strange insect called a scarab. Early in the morning, the team starts work.
Les équipes, scindées en petits groupes, se mettent en route.
The ground, which was muddy the previous night, has now dried. In some parts, it is still muddy, and cars find it difficult to navigate the puddles. In this scene, farmers can be seen busy plowing the land. The research group is looking for the rodent nests in order to find the traces of the plague. In Iran, the source of plague is not rats, but rather the main source of disease is a specific rodent called Merenes pressicus. After taking up position in the target region, the land is then examined meter for meter. The placement of traps starts in front of the rodent nests. Some of the rodents have died from the plague. All the mountains and rocks in the area are steadied. The cliffs also provide suitable habitats for the rodents.
refuge
A
idéal
good
pour
shelter
les
for
oiseaux de proie,
predatory birds looking
qui
for
veillent
prey.
et puis quittant leur aire, tournoient à la recherche de ces proies, parfois faciles.
Research groups from the Pasteur Institute of Iran have studied all the areas around the Akinlu village. During one of their missions, the group director's car becomes stuck in the mud and is pulled free by the rest of the colleagues.
L'amorce des pièges est le plus souvent constituée par une date.
Some of the children like the dates and take them from the traps, delaying the researchers'
Dès le
work.
départ des chercheurs, ce qui ne facilite pas leur travail. Chaque nouvelle
The locations
colonie
of
est
new
repérée sur une
colonies
carte
are
aérienne à
shown
grande
on
échelle.
aerial photos.
Après quelques
The
heures
traps are
d'intervalle,
collected every
ou le lendemain
morning.
matin, les pièges sont relevés.
The group also collects the fleece using water taps together with
Il
forceps.
verse de l'eau dans un plateau et y alignera ses pinces. Saisissant le mérillon derrière l'oreille, délicatement et sans le blesser, il l'immobilise en lui maintenant la queue. Il souffle sur son pelage. à
When the
rebrousse-poil,
rodent is held,
afin d'en
the
déloger
animal
les pus,
becomes
tombant
motionless.
dans le liquide, il flotte.
By
immobilisé
blowing
à
its
leur tour.
hairs, the hidden fleas appear and are put into the tubes. The rodents are then set free to be studied later.
Les mérillons remis au piège seront ensuite relâchés. Tambourinant le bois de leurs pattes, ils font entendre un bruit caractéristique. Les plus flottant dans l'eau sont récoltés une à une.
The fleas are removed from the water using a special forceps and are put in microtubes containing alcohol. This operation is done in every station and called blowing or solfege.
Cette opération, dite soufflage, se renouvelle dans chaque station.
The rodents are examined for plague-infected lymph nodes before being freed.
Examinés pour voir s'ils ont des bubons pesteux.
Of course, it is possible that they are entrapped again.
Un autre jour. Timide, mais peu farouche, le mérillon se laisse parfois approcher si l'on agite avec patience. D'autres rongeurs, dont l'aspect et le comportement
This calm and timid rodent should be studied and relocated with care.
aussi porteurs de parasites pesteux, vivent dans ces régions.
Research has shown that other rodents living in this region are less active and more prone to infection by plague bacteria.
creuse opiniâtrement son trou.
The moles making their nests carefully, as even the insectivorous rodents carry fleas on their bodies. They are also examined for signs of plague. It is noticed that a snake crawls into a trap. And even a turtle may carry flea infected with the plague bacteria. When the work is done, the cars return to the village.